Solo.
Hello, folks. Welcome to the show. You'll notice something a little bit different tonight. Sister is not here, and that's because Brother is going solo. That's right, folks. Brother is here, and he's going to be playing a little bit of Shadows of the Empire, one of his favorite Nintendo 64 games from 1997. So yeah, Sister is off side questing tonight, and she could not join us. But we're here nonetheless, and we're playing this fancy game. Look at this beautiful graphics. Although the disappointing thing is that this is the graphics from the PC version, not the N64 version. The N64 version apparently doesn't, they didn't port it over well or good enough for Steam. So instead, we're stuck with this PC port, which isn't nearly as good, but it's fun nonetheless. It doesn't have the sweet kind of 2D graphics. Instead, they supplemented with 3D graphics. And of course, here we have the opening crawl. That gets all the feels going. Anytime for any Star Wars fan. The classic John Williams score. Now let's see where we are. We are at the Shadows of the Empire, Part 1, the Battle of Hoth. It is a time of crisis. Imperial probes scouring the galaxy for the hidden rebel base have discovered their outpost on the remote ice world of Hoth. Darth Vader, obsessed with finding Luke Skywalker, has sent his forces to engage in the rebels in battle. With the dreaded Imperial Starfleet approaching, a lone freighter has entered the Hoth system. Take it away, Dash Rendar, who actually ultimately ends up being one of my favorite characters. I mean, it was probably close to 20 years ago that I guess I played this game, if not a little longer. And I remember just being so obsessed with Dash Rendar as a character. Oh, but he looks gross. Like, man, I hate these 3D graphics. The 2D flat images from the 64 version just look so much better. But yeah, Dash Rendar and his ship, the Outrider, which, okay, I might get flack for this, but I do think the Outrider is a cooler looking ship than the Millennium Falcon. I mean, I love the Falcon, don't get me wrong, but that Outrider, oh man, with its turret and with the kind of slanted off-kilter angle.
Get this stuff offloaded and into those
Yeah, I would take a YT 2400 over a YT 1300 any day, I think.
Han Solo told me that Imperial walkers have been spotted on the East Ridge. I'm going to jump into a speeder and help rogue groups slow them down.
You'll pardon me for saying so, Captain, but it's been quite some time since you've flown an airspeeder in combat, and...
Don't get your servos in a twist, pal. Just make sure you collect the money for this load by the time I get back. And be sure to count it this time, will you?
And here we go. The reluctant hero takes over to help out the rebels in their quest. So this actually is a sweet level for folks that are fans of the Rogue Squadron game. This was actually whoa, what is going on? There we go. This was actually inspiration for the Rogue Squadron games that would come later. I mean, there had been some PC Rogue Squadron games, but for the N64 and GameCube later on, it was this level in particular that that inspired a lot of the gameplay mechanic. I would actually love to go back and play the original Rogue Squadron 64, but it's another one of those games that, because it was for the 64, it doesn't have a great PC port. I mean, there is one, but it's really hard. It's hard to stream because they did this weird thing where they didn't have because they used such a weird kind of individual coding system, makes it really hard to port over to anything other than... Oh, I almost blew up there. I gotta dodge. Actually, that's a great question, Halo Jade. This is, it is similar to that, like, movie, or the arcade port. The arcade port I still think came later. I actually don't know the date on that, but I would love to get a ROM and an emulator of that sweet arcade classic. So we spent so many hours, or time before the movie would start, just playing that game. My sister and I.
Try using your harpoon and tow cables on the ATA.
Oh man, I remember just being so blown away because again, like so this was prior to the re-release of the updated versions that Lucas put out. I think in like '98 and '99, right before he released the new Star Wars or the Star Wars prequels. And so like this filled such a hole, or the Star Wars shaped hole in my life for new content. Because up until this point, I'd been reading a lot of the books, and there'd been some games, but nothing. Crash. Oh no, that wasn't great. So much for piloting. Again, I blame it on the port of this game. It makes the controls very difficult. Even getting it to connect to a controller is tough. But yeah, I remember this game, just like all my Star Wars-y desires and all my dreams coming true, because there hadn't really been a sweet 3D Star Wars game. And to be able to play someone like a Han Solo type character who was one of my favorites, to fly around in a snow speeder. I mean, how many of us 90s kids, and I'm guessing 80s kids as well, would play through, like with our toys, the Hoth scenario, and like just pretend we were in our snow speeders bringing down the Imperial ATSTs and AT-ATs. It actually also makes me think, I'm curious, I'd love to do like a retrospective or a comparison of every Hoth level in every game that's been created now to like a who wore it best type episode. Like who designed it best, Battle of Hoth, to see which of the versions stands up to time. Because again, like this is one of the first 64 games. This is even before 007. So for them to have what's pretty much a flight simulator this advanced right off the bat is pretty sweet. And then of course the Rogue Squadron games would get even better. I think right before this, the closest thing we got to this, there's like a Super Nintendo version of the Star Wars game, which I never played because we actually never owned a Super Nintendo. Like we owned a Sega and then the N64, so we missed out on a lot of Super Nintendo games other than playing at friend's house. And from what I hear is that there was a Super Nintendo game that had a Hoth battle as well, but it wasn't nearly as immersive as this one was. Oh man, I got this tow cable down. Can't avoid running into an ATST, but I can trip these suckers up. Oh yeah! Pull up. Oh yeah, Sneaky Kiki. I think that may have been the game. Unless, was that for the NES or the Super Nintendo? Because I know there was a NES game, but I think, yeah, this is the Super Nintendo one. There we go. 5 minutes and 36 seconds. Take that. Oh, but I did lose a life, but I gained a life. Yeah, let's update the data. Ooh, cutscene. What are they going to tell us today?
Lebo, I'm through messing around out here. Fire up the ship. I'm coming in.
Ugh, I wish they had this next level is getting you kind of used to the kind of a 3D third-person shooter perspective, but right after this, there's another sweet level where you actually get to fly the Outrider, which I remember loving.
The Empire has destroyed the main generator. You must activate the 6...
I gotta escape. Escape. Okay, look at this. Like again, like thinking of how far we've come playing some of the 3D shooters that we play now. Let's see if I can change perspective. Look at this dude. What a stance. He's looking ready for action, I think. With those sweet shoulder pads. Those are like 80s level shoulder pads right there. Oh, but you gotta admit, like, this does not look very pretty. It's a pretty simple game, but look, that would have been my first glimpse at like a 3D Millennium Falcon. Oh, in all its glory. I would have been like, Han, no, come back. Ah, stormtroopers. Also, you'll see he automatically aims, which is kind of funny. Oh, man. Yeah, Rolls Ferrari, me too. This is one of the reasons why I'm playing it. I think this may have been like the second or third game that I played for the 64. Because of course, whenever anyone had the 64, they had Mario 64, and then, like, I think this came out shortly after, or maybe even along with it. I was actually watching an IGN video talking about like the history of this game, and this was back when like George Lucas and LucasArts were trying to figure out how to like monetize Star Wars outside of just the films. And so they released this game. Ooh, I think these are Seeker rockets. Oh no, that's full health. Never mind. They released this game along with a novel of the same name, and then a bunch in like tie-in products, because they were trying to see how else they could kind of update the monetization. Oh man, I remember this being one of my favorite parts. So if I press this button, I will release these wampas on me, and I have to shoot them in the face really hard. Alternatively, I can just free them, and then they'll come kill stormtroopers. But really, why I freed them is so I could get those Seeker missiles. Oh no, they kill each other! Oh no, I forgot about that. No, you guys are on the same team. Same team, guys. Oh, this is I guess what happens when you release hungry carnivores on one another. Oh, that makes me so sad. Oh, they died. Well, that's that, I guess. There's probably more where that came from. Yeah, Rolls of Ferrari. Actually, I don't think I bought this game because the N64, like, I was just so excited to have it. I think most of the games I actually got for it, because my parents I didn't really have an allowance. Most of the games I got for it were from renting at Blockbuster. Oh, Blockbuster. We would walk there on like a Friday and like rent a game and a movie for a couple bucks. And I think I probably had so many overdue Blockbuster fees from renting this game alone. I think there's more Wampas in here. Yes, there are. There's more Seeker missiles. I want to get those. Oh, okay. So now I'm going to try to keep them from attacking one another by drawing them out towards the door. Oh, no, they're still killing one another. Whatever, I'll let the one live. This is back where I came from. So I think I need to go back towards here. Oh, Blockbuster buys. That actually, so I was kind of disappointed watching, well, spoilers for folks that haven't watched the new Marvel, or the Captain Marvel. Or I feel like their big like reference was they had like that Blockbuster scene, but I wanted more Blockbuster. Oh, I scammed my sister a lot of times into buying games. I don't think I ever convinced her to buy this game, though. It was mostly like Game Boy Advanced games or Game Boy Color games. Okay. It makes me sad, actually. I mean, thinking again how far we've come in game development and game graphics, I'm surprised no one has done an overpass of this in like Unity. Like, I'd love to see this game updated with not so sharp walls and corners. Oh, I'm getting blasted. Okay. Oh, so here's the tough part. With this PC... Oh, no! I almost walked off the edge. With the PC version, I don't... How do I... Oh, there it is. I gotta press B. Because, like, this is one of those weird games where, like, the only way to, like... Oh, no, that still isn't it. There's a way to get him to, like... Oh, no! Oh, no, I just wasted a bunch of my Seeker rockets. There's a way to get him to, like, aim the weapon manually, but I don't know how to do it here. I used to know how to do it on the N64 controller, which was a nuts controller. Like, let's talk about that first. Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, the body of the dead stormtrooper. Okay. Oh. That's a great point. So, I mean, as much graphics kind of add to immersion, there's something to be said about the right story and the right kind of action elements, the things that the controls let you do that make a game, really. Because, I mean, I guess if it was just looks, we could watch a movie of this. But there's something about the activities you perform. Whoa, change in perspective, dizzy. Oh, that's because the stage is complete. Oh, man, it's been so long since I played this. Okay, where do I go now? Let's open the door. I'll blast these boxes. I'm trying to think, like, in some sense, the N64 and I guess the kind of the early PlayStation really introduced the genre of the first-person shooter. No, actually, no, that's not true. I take that back, because I guess Doom and Quake on PC would have done it. But I feel like they didn't have the same kind of camera that this had, like a rolling camera. You're immediately kind of first-person. But I mean, something about being able to see this broad view and kind of really rotate your camera. I remember my little preteen mind just being blown all the time by every new 64 game that was put out. I think there's... Oh, is it just health? The other thing I'm trying to remember, I know there's like challenge points and you get bonuses with challenge points. Oh no, what did I do? Oh, oh man. Oh, my preteen self would be so upset with me right now. I only have 3 lives left. I'm going to end up losing. There we go. Get that one. Okay, there we go. Bonus life and bonus challenge point. Oh. Yeah, GoldenEye was crazy. Apparently, there's a sweet video to watch by a YouTube channel, I think called Games and AI. And they do a retrospective on how 007 revolutionized not just the first-person shooter, but the AI in games. Because like in this one, the AI is not great. These stormtroopers kind of suck, and they're pretty easy to destroy. But 007 like took things to an entirely new level. Oh, he's right there. Whew. Yeah, Halo Jade. I think like Perfect Dark was another one. So like Perfect Dark, right? That was one of the last games produced for the 64. Like it was like at the end of the N64 cycle, and so by that time,
power has been restored.
Nice. Woo! I can escape. By Perfect Dark, they had like mastered kind of the ways they could push the system to its limits. And I remember the AI actually in Perfect Dark being really sweet as well. It was actually, I remember the multiplayer in Perfect Dark where you could actually add AI to the multiplayer. So it could be like you and 4 friends playing on a team with like 8 other AI, which I remember being sweet. It made battles feel huge. And again, I think that was like 2001. Oh, the floor's cracking. I forgot about this. Oh, it's a race. It's a race. Oh. Okay, did I miss? Part of me feels like there was a challenge point. Yeah, it appears over there. Okay. Haha, my memory did not fail me. But now, oh no, will I be able to get it? Oh. Oh, pff, and I fall off. That was a waste. Not worth it. Okay, so open the door. Oh, yay, it's the BA. Dude, you've missed out. Well, I say that now, and I mean, like, looking at this game and playing through the controls, I don't think it's aged well so far. We'll see how the next levels go. But the controls, man, like, again, I feel like this game could have aged better had they done a better port for it to the PC, because then the PC folks could have at least added mods, but like they were just so lazy. Oh, boss battle. Oh man, yeah, that's right. I forgot this is where you face an ATST. Oh, I remember loving this level as a kid. I also remember dying a lot. Oh, but if I remember my trick correctly, if you get behind it. Oh, but I have to aim. I don't remember what the aim button is. Oh, this new system. Oh well, I'm gonna have to kill it the way they want me to. This is invulnerability, so blast, blast, blast. Woo! Mash that controller, mash that controller. Oh, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Well, I'm still invulnerable. Oh, come on. Aim, 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 aim. Oh, mash, 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 mash. Okay, I'm gonna hold off, and then I'm gonna grab all this other sweet goodies. Get some health. Get some more seeker missiles. Oh no! Oh. It's also got this weird like floaty thing where he like floats when you jump, which makes doing everything very difficult. Oh no! Oh, oh, I'm getting blasted. Okay, there, and then up here, and seeker missiles, and seeker missiles. Woohoo! Take that, ATST. Yeah, seriously, like what 90s kid or 80s kid who grew up on these early Star Wars films didn't dream of like that moment, right? Like you're all of a sudden face to face with an ATST, kind of reliving. In a sense, I guess it's more like reliving the Endor battle, because that's when they faced it. The heroes faced it on foot, because they didn't really. You saw them in Empire, but they never really were close up. Oh, Wampa! Actually, I think. Oh no. Okay. Whew. Float and go this way. Come on, Mr. Wampa, follow me. I think I remember I made it a goal one time to get all 5 Wampas on this level to like chase me as far as they could and have them murder the Imperials. Let's see. I don't think that's gonna work. He's too slow. And woo. Is he coming? Oh no, he's too slow. Take that, Imperial scum. And I don't think there's any more secrets. And I'm running onto my ship. Oh, they're on my ship. I forgot there was one that appeared on my ship. Oh man. This is a pretty empty ship, Dash. Where are your like chairs and stuff? He needs to hire an interior decorator, I think. Oh, I missed 3 challenge points. Oh, that's so disappointing. Again, like I keep thinking what my what my like 8 to 10-year-old self would think of my gameplay skills now. Probably think I was pretty weak. Oh yeah, the asteroid level. That's right. I forgot this is an asteroid. Whoa, that was some weird graphics. Can I destroy? Ooh, let's see. Okay, so Lebo's flying. Where are these TIE fighters? Oh, telling me this way? Oh, there they are. Oh, okay, one just flew into me. Oh, man. Oh, all 3 just flew into me. And those just got taken out by... Oh, wow. I do not remember this level being this poorly made. But I know I get challenge points for destroying these. Oh man, I probably spent a ridiculous amount of time shooting and aiming at those shield generators on top of that Star Destroyer, hoping that eventually I could take it out. Oh, come on. Yeah, when is the first... I think Rogue Squadron 64, I don't know if that game lets you take out a Star Destroyer yet either. I'm trying to think of the first experience we have flying a ship, taking one out. Oh, gotta get these bombers before they drop those bombs on me. Oh. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, gotta survive, gotta survive, gotta survive. This is way more chaotic than I remember it being. Oh, and they keep flying into me, too. Destroy it for that challenge point. Come on, there we go. Whoa, they come in fast. Can I get in the perspective? Ah, there we go. This might be better. Oh, yeah, perspective shot. So there's a gaming museum in Rochester, New York. It's called the Rochester Institute of, or Museum of Play. And for a while, they had a sweet Star Wars like retrospective where they had like a bunch of different classic Star Wars games lined up. And one of the early ones they had was like a vector shooter with vector graphics. I don't know if folks are familiar with like vector graphics. They're basically just lines on a black screen. So it's like what this level would look like if we didn't have the color and everything was just like these black and white lines. Anyway, yeah, they had a version of a Star Wars game where you had a sweet asteroid level, and this is actually what it reminds me of. I wish I could remember the name of it, because like talk about classic retro games. That was like one of the early fighter pilot specials. Also, I can only imagine how much better this game would be if it had a multiplayer element to it. So like you could have one person flying the ship, the other person manning the guns. I feel like that's still been some untapped area in terms of Star Wars gaming marketing, is that they've yet to do a sweet multiplayer like adventure game. I know they have the Battlefront games, which are tons of fun, but they don't let you control like the Falcon with multiple people in the Falcon, like having a crew multiplayer game. I guess the closest thing that came to it, if folks played Knights of the Old Republic. I think I never played it all that much, but I guess from what I've heard, you could get like a ship and have multiple people in it. I also know Star Wars Galaxies, you could do that as well, which is sweet. Oh, 2 of 6. I did horrible. Oh, man. Oh, well. Oh, well. I beat it without dying. That's something, right? Like, that's an old person win. Ooh, part 2 already. We are flying through this. So I escaped Hoth, and now Dash Rendar is in search of Boba Fett. A rival bounty hunter has forced Boba Fett into hiding. Oh, who's that? Before he could deliver his prize, the frozen Han Solo to the vile gangster Jabba the Hutt. As Luke Skywalker and rogue mercenary Dash Rendar search for Boba Fett, a sinister new figure emerges from the underworld. This cunning and ruthless head of the powerful crime syndicate, Black Sun, plots to ensnare young Skywalker and replace Lord Vader as the Empire's right hand. Whoa, drama. Ooh, 3D cutscene. Yeah, Halo Jade, that's actually a perfect reference. It would be sweet. I mean, obviously, like, it'd be cool with, like, 3D graphics, but, like, yeah, you have a crew of the ship where, like, someone has to take engineering, someone has to take weapons. Actually, now that I think about it, it kind of reminds me if folks have ever had the luck of playing the new VR game Star Trek Bridge Commander, doing that, but like having more control over your ship and having it be like the Falcon or the Outrider, or even like a massive Imperial or not Imperial. Well, actually Imperial ship too, but like a Mon Cal fighter. Ooh, Caesar. All I remember is him having that sweet ponytail.
Or a more dangerous enemy.
But it looks like he has multiple ponytails in this one. I only remember that's the sweet long one.
Has now been changed?
Yes, and no one will know that the new order.
Who is this lady in the shadow? I do not remember this at all.
My hand must not be detected in this. Vader will surely suffer the Emperor's wrath when he fails to deliver Skywalker alive as promised. With both of them out of our way, and the Emperor's growing dependence on Black Sun's substantial resources, there is no limit to the
this also gets me thinking about canon, right? So Disney bought Star Wars a few years back, and this was decanonized, so this is no longer part of the Star Wars universe. But I do know they've been introducing some steps. I know Black Sun
told you Princess Leia hired
is canon.
the right
Oh,
guy.
this is the Ord Mantell level. I remember this level
Nasty
being
dog
crazy
fight.
hard.
That took off to some safe
Oh,
port.
yeah, no, they weren't
IG
the Vault Dweller. That's actually the disappointing part. So this is the PC. They thought us young kids would love the 3D cutscenes as opposed to the sweet 2D graphic ones. And I guess if I think about it, like as a kid, I probably would have thought this was cooler. But now that I'm older and my tastes are more refined, I'm like, oh man, those sweet pixelated 2D cutscenes were so much cooler than this.
Yes, sir. A salvage
And I feel like they did a better job of telling a story, right? Because we never actually heard Dash Rendar's voice, and so I was able to imagine what his voice was like. But here they just like give us the voice. Oh man, but I remember this train level being so difficult. Oh man. Hey, and as folks notice, yeah, we're going past our half-an-hour mark today. With sister not here, brother's going rogue and playing 30 minutes more. Whoa. Oh man, I was looking at the wrong screen and I almost missed the jump, and I missed the challenge point, and I mistimed that jump. Oh man, this level's gonna kill me. My 30-year-old reflexes can't match what my younger self was able to do. Oh, and at some point I have to duck. What's the duck button on the PC version? I think it's this. Oh, okay, good. Oh no, jump up. Jump and duck. Oh no, and I missed it. Oh man, I'm so bad. This is so embarrassing. Okay, I'm gonna jump again. Timed it. And thinking about it now, man, like again, for an N64 game where they were just playing around with what this system was capable of doing, this is a pretty sweet level to include as like just kind of an experimental, like, let's see what the heck we can pull off with this system. And jump. Oh, that's right. The momentum. What were those ships? Oh man, I know they're in here, but I'm curious like what type of actual ship they are. Someone needs to go to Wikipedia and let me know what ships appear on the Ord Mantle level of Star Wars Shadows of the Empire. I only ask that because I'm an avid X-Wing miniatures collector from Fantasy Flight Games, and I'm curious if they've turned these ships into flyable versions for that game. I doubt it. They look a little small. Oh wait, do I jump over this one or do I duck? I think I duck. Woohoo! Yeah! Muscle memory for the win. This is actually a little bit like that Lion King. Yeah, that's right. Because I mean, it's a rail shooter, right? Oh, can I jump over there, or did I miss my opportunity? I think. Get it and jump back. Whew. Actually, that was clever level design. They have you jump over there because you're drawn to that image, so that you avoid being slaughtered by the thing that would push you off. I forgot about that. It's so different coming back to this game after studying like game design. On this one, I think, oh, that's right, I gotta shoot the lasers off. But like, it's little things like that, like drawing your attention. So obviously they're drawing my attention up here to the front. I need health, and I wonder why that is. Probably because when you first play this, you don't realize that the lasers are gonna slaughter you. So like, the sooner you get up here, oh, droid, and I don't need to jump to that one. But yeah, now I'm always thinking in terms of like game design choices. Like, why did the developers do that? Why did the designers do that? Why did they bring your attention there instead of somewhere else? Okay, this one is an interior one. Up. Forgot to press the jump button. Here. Oh man, this is disappointing. See, this is bad game design. The fact that they send you all the way back to this point. They haven't marked where the checkpoints are. I don't remember that. Because now it's just a matter of waiting. But also, like, I'm looking at this. This is a pretty expansive level. Like, I know my little imagination would run thinking about, like, oh, what's the rest of Ord Mantell look like? The garbage planet. This is also a planet, actually, I don't think that has come up at all in any other of the Star Wars canon yet either. And this is such a sweet idea for a planet. Like, just an entire garbage planet. I guess there was a garbage planet in Thor 3, but I don't think it's appeared again in like Star Wars Rebels or the Clone Wars. I could be wrong. Oh, get him and kill a sentry. And do I jump over to this one? Oh, that's right. I think... Oh no, did I miss it already? Did I mess up? I think I needed to be in there so I could jump to that one. Oh, here we go. Because one of these is going to go off into the nasty, dirty garbage water. Oh, or have they tricked me? Which one? Oh, this is the one that ends. Oh, there it is. Whew. Oh, man, yeah. Thank you. Memories, childhood memories for helping me remember one of them dies. Oh, that was some sweet sound effects. Okay. Shoot that laser off. Oh, I missed the challenge. So much for childhood memories. Can only remember so much. That flew by fast, too. Shoot that one off. The autosaves? Yeah, I think autosaves do make... I mean, they definitely make games easier, but easier is not always a bad thing in the sense that, like, there are some things worth being hard and some things not worth being hard. Like, it's not worth being hard if you're making a character or the player just wait like a minute or two to get back to where they were without any action. So like that previous pot, had there been something for me to do that required like sweet skills to pull off, that would have been one thing. But it was literally just me waiting. Oh man, that's right. I gotta watch out because now I can't see when there are turns coming, and every time there's a turn, the momentum carries him off, whether you jump or not. Oh, whew. Okay. But if they brought you back to a point, like a checkpoint where you actually had to do something cool, that would be worth it. Okay. I gotta wait for this turn to be done. Got it. Yeah. Okay. Now I'd want to be careful here. And how do I get this one? Oh, he's sneaky. That guy. I was not ready for him. I also actually... So, another cool fact about this game is they did produce an original soundtrack for it. And I remember this battle music for Ord Mantell being one of like my favorite kind of energetic, kind of energy boosting. Like, I could run to this song. And get to the front. Oh, those ships. Get him. And folks that are just tuning in, so I haven't figured out what the aim button is. So this is one of those games that had like a manual aim button that you could do. And I don't know what it is for the PC port. So I haven't been able to manually aim. Oh, man. This is why you should not jump when you're turning. So yeah, I can't manually aim yet. So I'm just relying on the auto aim, which is actually... Actually, no, I almost lied. I was going to say the auto aim is pretty decent for this game, but the auto aim is pretty horrible. You have to shoot like a million times before it like locks onto your target, and it just kind of slowly drifts over. Which I must admit definitely makes Dash Rendar seem a bit less heroic, that it takes him that long to figure out where he's aiming. Ooh, I almost just fell off there. I want that extra life so bad. See? Game design choice. They figured out the timing of the level that probably got you to that point where you have to make that jump just as you're turning, and then you drift off. So that's good game design there, at least making it challenging. Great question, Halo Jade. I don't know if it was John Williams. It definitely sounds John Williams-ish, but I'm not sure if they were able to pull him off. Yeah, Vault Dweller. It's like it was along with the. Oh, yeah, it was not John Williams. Okay, good. I'm glad someone affirmed that. But whoever did it did a great job because it's got that John Williams-esque-ness to it. Like it sounds like it fits right into the like the storyline and the rest of Star Wars. Oh man. Okay, and Vault Dweller, I'm looking back on your General Riken quote. What was that in? That was in Empire Strikes Back? That's right. That was like an offhand comment he made. I forgot about that. So Ord Mantell is canon. I guess that's where they got it from in this game.
jump to the next hover train.
Okay, we'll do Lebo. Oh, wrong side. Gotta get to the other side. I forgot that that was a quote. Good callback. Kill this dude.
I'm
And
turning
slow.
on the auto brake. Prepare for impact.
Whoo! Gonna do a crash. Let's see if I can get to the front of the ship and on top of it. Which side lets me get on top? One of these ways lets me get on top, and I think there's a challenge point up there. Is it here? Ah, I missed it. I'm pretty sure there was a challenge point up there, but I don't remember. Wait, this is all Cloud City music? Why did it's so funny. I've always associated this song with the Ord Mantell battle. I never associated it. Oh, IG-88. Man, he looks, again, thinking back to the N64 2D graphics, like, IG-88 just seems so much more intimidating in the, like, this kind of 2D, like, the way they pixelated him, he looked, like, dark and super threatening, but he doesn't look nearly as threatening here. I also remember this battle being super hard, and I'm assuming it's going to be even harder since I can't manually aim. And I'm just going to have to run around and hope that I hit him after mashing the X button. Okay, I just got to run around and jump a bunch. Okay. Okay, where is he? He's way up there. Oh, he's going to jump down and get me. Can I get up? Nope, can't get up there. So how do I get... Oh, he jumped away. I'm sure there was a tunnel around here. Oh, I guess I just have to do it that way. Oh, man. Okay, and then... Ooh, run away, run away, run away. Okay. Oh, I didn't want to get that health yet. Oh, man. This is where I'm going to embarrass myself to everybody on the stream. Might need to use some seeker missiles. Oh, no! Okay, so Y button switches to my seeker missiles, and once I'm switched to them, then I can fire them. I was mashing the Y button thinking that that was going to get it for me. Oh, man. Oh, no. I'm going to lose. I'm going to lose here. And I haven't set on easy mode. Oh, this is such a shame. Okay. Ooh, ouch. Okay. Now, come down, and then I'm going to seeker missile your face. Oh, he ran away. And where did he go? That coward. Where did he go? I hear him, which is kind of frightening. Oh, man. Oh, there he is. Oh, but wait for him to come down. Yeah, now you're down, and now. Run away. Run away, you robot. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, he's almost dead. I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him. Whew. Oh, I'm breathing so heavy. Breathing so heavy. There he is. See, if I had manual aim, I could be ready for him. But I don't have manual aim. Ah! Oh, no, he's only got 1% left. Maybe if I get him. Is there health back here anywhere? I'm sure there's more health. Oh man, see, yeah, this is horrible game design here. But I think part of this is the limits of the N64, in that it looked like I could jump up that garbage pile, but I guess I had to walk along particular routes. Oh, that was embarrassing. That was embarrassing. Oh, shame on me. Oh, man. Joel McNeely. So he did soundtrack for other levels. I'm curious if they've involved him in doing other games and stuff as well.
He's at the Imperial Moon Base on Gaul. Now that we're on the Empire's hit list, the only way in there without being blasted out of the sky is to hide the ship in Smuggler's Gorge. Then I'll have to sneak
Smuggler's
in the hard way.
Gorge. Yeah,
So
now
far,
that
so
I'm
good.
remembering, I feel like the levels
Looks like I
get
went on foot.
less and less interesting as the game goes on. Because I remember that like they put a lot of effort into Ord Mantell. Like the train battle was pretty sweet, and then IG-88 was intimidating.
I'll watch the ship. Get
But
out
that
there
level-
and find Boba Fett.
Oh, that's right. The boss battle on this one is Boba Fett, which is sweet. Oh man, again, this is so disappointing, Dash Rendar. You need to do better at decorating, my friend. Okay, and I can jump up here. Jump up here. Oh, no. That's right. I gotta jump to the other tiny little ledge. Oh, get on there. Get on. Get on there. Ah! No, it's too floaty. Oh. Ooh. Pro droid. Can I get this from that far back? See, I thought they did it did stuff specifically for the game, or I guess that was the general kind of multimedia thing. Because I knew they had the game, they had the book. Oh, that was a lazy death. They had a game, they had a book. I think they had a comic, and a few other things. Oh yeah, and then the action figures. Which really set the tone. I feel like a lot of games have done that now, right? Where they release a bunch of different kind of interesting products along with the game as part of their marketing campaign. But Star Wars in particular, and LucasArts, has always been... Oh, no! I went to change my camera angle, and I fell off. Disappointing. Because that, I mean, it doesn't follow the game or comics, because this is back when LucasArts wasn't really thinking about canon necessarily. They were just producing stuff to see if it would sell. So in that aspect, like, I give Disney a bit of credit, because there's a lot of garbage that was a part of the Star Wars universe, and a lot of stuff that didn't make sense. But I would love for them to make Dash Rendar canon. I know that Outrider's canon, because the Outrider actually appears in the updated version of A New Hope. In the arrival at Tatooine scene, they have it flying away. Oh man, actually I think this is going to be very difficult without the manual aim. I gotta wait for it to come down. Oh, come on down. Come on down. There we go. Whew, got him. Killed that dude. Keep running. Vault Dweller, do you know this soundtrack? Which this one's for? You've become like the soundtrack person. I'm gonna give you all my Star Wars music questions to you. Yeah, it's so it's just as Luke and Obi-Wan are entering the... Oh no. I can't talk and run at the same time. What a shame. Yeah, it's like flying off in the distance. It's actually really hard to see. You kind of have to like slow the camera down and kind of zoom in a little bit, but it's there. And I remember being super pumped when I found that out. Let's see. So this is Cloud City music. I guess it kind of makes sense that they went for an Empire Strikes Back music theme, since this oh, what the heck? That was poor movement again. Okay. But yeah, it makes sense that they went for like an Empire Strikes Back theme to the music, since this is occurring between Empire and Jedi. Oh, seriously, you've blown my mind. I always associated that Ord Mantell song with the Ord Mantell battle. Like anytime I'm like looking it up for... Oh my goodness. I'm blaming this on the PC version of the game because I'm trying to take a running jump. You know what? I just gotta not take no second thoughts and just charge through. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It is pretty bad on the PC. Again, if they ported it better, I'm sure there could be they could easily adjust the floaty settings. I'm just gonna run with confidence, shoot with confidence. Here, I can get up in here. Oh, I don't need health. I thought there was a challenge point. Not only was it hard enough on the N64, I mean, it was designed like with the N64 controller in mind, And as cool as that controller was at the time, and as revolutionary it was at the time, that N64 controller has not aged well. Oh, a Wampa, brown one. Or is it only brown because it's against that ground background? No, that is a brown Wampa. I'm curious if this is canon. Brown Wampas. Oh man, I'm gonna have to run back and get that health eventually anyway. Or is this a different creature altogether? Oh. Oh. At least the falling animation is pretty sweet. I had one more shot against him. I should have just taken it. You can always tell when the game designers have assumed the character or the player is going to die a lot if they put enough effort into the death animations. Oh, that's right. This is just where the Wampa was hiding. Okay. Should I run down and try to go for those challenge points? I'm a coward. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to go straight to Boba Fett. Let's see if we can get to Boba Fett before our time's up tonight. Oh. I also think about it, yeah, I mean, like, functionally, there wasn't much to it. But, I mean, oh, what the? Oh, that was totally a slide off again. Like, again, it's the what's the word I'm looking for? Not resistance, not gravity. What's the word for inertia? The inertia mechanics in this game are not great. And they seem to be, like, at certain points. Like, sometimes I can stop myself from sliding, but other times I slide right off. Yeah, I do remember this level taking a long time. Maybe that's because we also sucked at it. Like, we'd be a lot further if I hadn't died so many times already. Oh, if Brother had better dash Rendar skills. Oh, I think this is the level where I get the jetpack, too. I totally forgot about the jetpack. Okay, that's the door. Oh, there's nothing else in here. Or is there something else? Oh, yeah, secret. Oh, no, that's where I came from. Never mind. No secret. Door open. Oh, no, still no door open. Oh, because it's a timed mechanic. This seems like an odd choice. I mean, I guess, like, it makes sense. Oh, because they're preparing you. I think in a later level, there's more timed mechanics. That just seems like an odd place to all of a sudden have a timed door without any indication to the player that it's going to be timed, other than, like, trial and error. There's the door. Oh, this is a dark room. Oh, elevator. I think this is it. I think this is a Boba Fett battle. Oh, what the? Oh, no. Stormtrooper ambush. And more over here. Oh, he's right there, too. Oh, no. Oh, I got cocky. Oh, no. Oh, how embarrassing. Oh, man. And we are not starting that over. So, folks, thanks for tuning in to Brother Sister tonight. Actually, I take that back. It wasn't Brother Sister. Tonight was Brother Go Solo. Our new special for when Sister can't make it. Brother will play his favorite Star Wars games. So, again, thanks for tuning in. And I hope you guys join us next week when we should be returning to classic Brother Sister time. As always, thanks for being a part of the family. Thanks for playing games. And remember to like, subscribe, share, and tell your friends. Okay, see y'all next week.